All right, today we got a 1988 Topps Tiffany Collector's Edition. Never been opened, but we are going to open it. And you can even see the set number down there, 8635. I'm hoping there's no moisture damage or anything. It came in this box. As you can see, there's kind of, almost looks like, could be some moisture that got in there, or it could just be dirty. But we're gonna jump in and take a look at it. This is 800 card set, pretty typical for that era. This is considered part of the junk era, so these cards are pretty common. Except the Tiffany, there was between 25,000 and 35,000 sets. And there's one big rookie card in here, Tom Glavine. And then there's 3 second-year cards that are fairly big: Barry Bonds, Bo Jackson, and Mark McGwire. We're going to take a look at the Tom Glavine for sure to see what condition it's in. I might send that one in to get graded, because if I can get a PSA 10, basically I can pay for like 3 of these boxes, so it would be worth it. And then maybe I'll just buy a couple more just to pay for it. But let's go ahead and cut it open. Some people may cringe at me doing this, but why buy things if you're not going to open them? It has been done. The value of the box has just dropped. Try not to tear this. Yeah, and everything looks good. So let me go ahead and pull some of these cards out. And be very careful here. Oh, I see it. I would have thought these would be in order. I've owned a few box sets from Topps, but I've never actually opened them. So I am surprised to see that cards are out of order. You can see here. They don't seem to be any order at all. And some of the cards you can see, like that one's got some almost tipped corners up there. So I just want to be very careful since I have risk opening them. Get these all out. Not handle them too much, because these cards kind of soak up a lot of oils as well. Could use a glove, but I don't think that's gonna matter too much. These are the nicer Tiffany ones, so card stock is much improved. Alright, and that's all the cards. And I will be putting these into a nice binder and replacing any 1988 set I was working on before, my childhood. But I'm going to go through these. I'm going to pull out the cards of interest, and we can take a look at them, check out conditions, see if I should send them in to get graded. Maybe pay for the box itself. Otherwise, I'll just have some nice cards for my collection. All right, so taking a look at this Tom Glavine, you see that it's not centered. There's definitely more white on the left than there was on the right. So this has, and even the top bottom. So this has very slim chance, zero chance to make gem mint 10. So you're looking at either it's going to be a mint 9 or maybe near mint 8. Because I don't see any other issues on it. The surface looks good. Corners are sharp. The back's pretty good. Again, off center, top to bottom. So if I did send this in graded, I would be looking at least an 8, possibly a 9. So if we look at the population report, and again, these people could have been sent some of these in to be regraded, but there are, over 300 8s and 9s, while there's only 57 gem mint 10s. And the gem mint 10s, I think, go for around over 1,000. I didn't put the price there just because it doesn't really affect this decision. So if I did send this thing to get graded, I'd be looking at the top end of a PSA 9, which, would add about $50 of value because, grading this card would be about $25, and the raw is worth about $25 in this condition. So I'll probably just add this to my collection the way it is. All right, this time we're looking at the Bo Jackson. This is his second year card. This one is a little bit more centered. Top to bottom maybe is off slightly, and then left to right it's a little bit more noticeable. Again, nothing wrong with the corners or the sides. Take a look at the back here. The back looks pretty close to centered. If I actually wanted to measure it, I think it would be off by just a slight bit. But this one maybe would have a chance for a 10. I still think it'll probably get a 9. So if I was, determined if I want to send it in, I would have to assume a 9 or an 8, and then a 10 would be a bonus to happen. So this one's been graded a lot less, even though it does have more gem mint 10s. You'll see there's about 70 gem mint 9s, or I'm sorry, mint 9s. And then if we go down the pricing there, the raw is worth about 10 to 15. And then I would say the PSA 10 is about 200 to 300. Not a lot of sales of this card. The 9, $70, and there's been very few 8s that have been sold, and I think that'd be around 20. So assuming we got a 9, that would add about $30 to the value, which wouldn't be too bad. And then obviously a 10 would add quite a bit more there. But I think, again, I'm just going to put this one in the collection and go with that. All right, close this off. I was pulled a few of the cards that kind of show that you can get some off-center cards or even cards that are damaged straight from factory sets. Just to be aware of this. For the most part, the cards are really well centered. There's, from a couple that we looked at, we could get graded. They're still off a little bit here and there. It's really hard to get one that's perfectly centered, especially during this generation of cards. But here's just a few examples of, really bad centering on this one. You'll see right under the, Benny Santiago there. There's a little bubble there that's just on top of the card, and there's even a crease, and you can kind of see it on camera. It's kind of hard to see, but it's right down there. And only a few cards had this issue, so it probably straight off the factory. Again, it's really hard to get to display on camera, but you can kind of see a line there if you look real close. And then you'll finally look at the King Griffey senior card here and see again, pretty badly off-centered, but not that bad, and there wasn't a lot of cards like that. But anyways, that was the 1988 Tiffany Collector's Edition set that we opened up, and till next time.